The results framework is a graphical representation of the project intervention strategy. It is a snapshot of what the project intends to achieve and how, typically focusing on higher-level changes. It is drawn from the theory of change and also reflects the requirements of the donors supporting the project. The results framework is more focused than the theory of change. The results framework includes only the results that your project is directly responsible for delivering and not the contributions from other actors. The top level of the results framework is the highest level of change desired. This is usually a restatement of the long-term goal identified in your theory of change. Under the long-term goal statement, the results framework presents the strategic objectives, which are the significant benefits to be achieved by the project. The number of strategic objectives should be limited to ensure that the project is focused and not spread too thinly. Regardless of whether there is just one or several, the strategic objective statements should be specific to the project, realistic, time-bound, and measurable. Each strategic objective is supported by intermediate results. These refer to the intended changes in behaviors, systems, and policies that are needed to achieve longer-term change. Outputs must be achieved to support each intermediate result. Outputs are the tangible deliverables resulting from project activities. They include products, goods, services, knowledge, and skills. Together, these statements form the project's hierarchy of objectives and outline the vertical project logic. Going down the levels of the framework demonstrates how change will happen. For example, this strategic objective will only be achieved if these intermediate results are completed. Going up the framework demonstrates why the project is completing activities at each level of the results framework. For example, these outputs have been identified so that the intermediate results can be achieved. The objective statements in the results framework then provide the structure for the logical framework, also known as the Logframe. The first column of the Logframe is the hierarchy of objectives taken from the results framework. It can also include activities that contribute to the outputs. The last column of the Logframe includes the assumptions that were originally identified in the theory of change. These are the assumptions that must be met for the project to succeed. The assumptions help to map the logic of the project strategy. For example, if we complete these outputs and these assumptions hold, then these intermediate results will occur. The Logframe identifies indicators in column 2, which describe the specific changes desired at each level of the hierarchy of objectives. And finally, the measurement methods in column 3 state how data will be collected to track and measure change associated with each indicator. The specific format of the Logframe can vary depending on the donor, and completed Logframes are often used in proposals. When a project is funded, the Logframe becomes the basis for creating a more complete project meal system.